Hey guys, I'm just checking in right now. So yeah, I'm good. So just for all those guys that why I cut the video feed, I'm not here to get arrested. That's not my point. I'm here to pick up these records here. This is my purpose for coming to San Antonio. Um, Also, Jack, he has been trespassed from this area. So I also came and I paid for his records too. So they're gonna email his DVD. Um, I'm not sure if it had anything related to, or if it was related to SWAT. When SWAT came and raided his house and took all his electronics. See, look at that ambulance. You see that? Just to give everybody, I'm gonna jump down here. Just to give everybody a idea, because Kevin was passed out right around this curve over here, right? During that and there's the fire department right there. That's coming out right now. Okay. And some of you guys are like, why am I showing the fire department right now? Like, what's the purpose? And the EMS. So I'm going to show you here in just a second. All right, so as you guys saw, you saw the fire truck and EMS just roll by, right? Well, if you go further down that street, I would say about possibly 1,000 yards to the left, you're going to see a combination of the fire department and the EMS. That's exactly where they were. But somehow it took them 20 minutes to get from there to this curb right here. It took them 20 minutes, right? Unbelievable. After he was passed out. So it's nothing but negligence. All right, ridiculous. So, but I mean, they came from this direction over here. So them being on another call, I doubt it. And plus, there's more than just one EMS on staff, man. But just to give you guys some clarification on the signs here. The signs are still posted in here. No weapons, and the security notice. And they still have the court order on the window. And today's date is July 6th. And it looks like they want people to stay out of here because they put a stack. I mean, look at the stack. The stack here. Stack of complaint forms. So look at this stack of complaint forms here. And hey, look, it's Pat. It's your favorite person. Pat. I'm too young to get that reference, so yeah. So these are the complaint forms that they stack out here. So I guess they're preventing people from wanting to come in here. So, as I've said before, I'm not here to get arrested. Of course, I know it was a illegal order, unlawful order to turn my camera off. However, I came here to pick up this. This is my disc, and I paid for Texas Sheepdog's disc for when he was here. All right. So my purpose was actually picking up these records and making sure that, we get a hold of these. The person in charge of these records, her name is Sandra. She looks like she's a very genuine, sweet lady. I did have a brief conversation with her, even though she was the one that told me to turn my camera off or whatever. Under the circumstances, there is no court being held. I shouldn't have to. However, my issue is I don't want to be arrested. So the lady that's responsible for these records, I mean, she seems like a sweet lady. She's genuine, and apparently we sent her a lot of records because she's having to work the weekends. So she's getting plenty of overtime just working these records. I believe this is going to be her second or third weekend working. But I wish they could allocate their resources, because last time we saw like a bunch of police officers just standing around doing nothing. But you only got so many people on staff to be able to do certain functions. So to me, it kind of sounds like, we don't care. We want to put most of our money in the police department, but when it comes to actually putting together records, that's pointless. But as I said before, yeah, the bird's actually quiet. I don't know. I guess it's gone. Well, it's still early, so they said the early bird gets the worm, so it's still early in the morning. No, I didn't let them punk me. You guys can think whatever you want. It's chess. This ain't checkers. I love that quote. It's chess. It's not about going in here, getting arrested all the time. No, that's not the point. The point is the lawsuit's already filed. We picked up records. We're going to review our records. And that's pretty much it. This is chess. This ain't checkers. Can't just roll up in here and just, be Billy Badass and get arrested. That's not how this works. The job is to go in here, handle your business and leave. Pretty much it. That's pretty much it. You guys see Pat. She took her glasses off, so I don't know if she looks a little bit more like Pat. But you got to play the game. No matter how much of a disadvantage you are, you got to play the game. And then if you play your cards right, you never know what happens. I mean, look at the lawsuit that was filed 2 days ago. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too. Drive safely. It's wet out there. Yeah, so I just came from Austin all the way here, and I saw like 4 accidents just driving south from Austin to San Antonio. So it appears that whenever there's just a little water on the road, everybody loses their mind. It's crazy. It's like, dude, drive cautious, not crazy. But it appears that a lot of people can't get that through their heads. So I'm going to walk to the backside. I think there's a gate over here or an entrance. I'm not sure. I've actually never been on this backside here. But those of you who are joining, I'm at Leon Valley Live right now. This is a check-in. This is post-lawsuit. So lawsuit was filed 2 days ago. I'm on scene. I came here to pick up some records for Texas Sheepdog and I myself. So these here are DVD footages of our encounters with Almost Park, but with Leon Valley. So that's where we currently are at the moment with this Texas Sheepdog. Yep. And one thing I gotta say, it's not about getting arrested, guys. I just want to make that clear. It's not about getting arrested. It's about making the correct moves, connecting the dots, so that way you have evidence to fight. And I don't know if that's an ant pile or what, but I'm staying far away from that. So this is the this is the side of the police department. And on the other side of that house, or these 2 houses, you'll have the EMS and fire department. That's how close range, this the facility is. I've actually never been in this back area though. I wonder if that one guy that was trying to fight Mexican Padilla, I wonder if he's in. I mean, we already know what his car looks like, but I'm kind of curious to see if he's in today. No, I don't see his little Subaru. He has like a white Subaru. Wait, that might be it. No, that's a Camry. No, that's a Camry. So it looks like the guy that would fight. No, actually, if I go down a little further, there's a Subaru way in the back over there. You guys can't see it, but do you see that white, those white two cars there? Looks like there's some Subarus over there. So it looks like he's probably out there on patrol somewhere, or maybe inside the building. But yep, I turned my camera off just for some of you guys who are wondering. I turned my camera off because I'm not here to get arrested. That's not my agenda. That's not my purpose. That's not why I'm here. I'm here specifically to pick up these records for I myself and Texas Sheepdog, who is trespassed from this building here. All right, that's my main. That was my main purpose of coming up here. So now that I accomplished that, I have one last thing left to do, and that's to get out of Leon Valley with my phone. Got to make sure I honor that objective. So once we accomplish all objectives, I will call that a mission complete. I'll be on my way, and that will be that. So actually never been on that backside. You got to play it smart. And I'll tell you one thing. The government doesn't like it when you're smart. The government doesn't like it when you're educated. You have knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You have the ability to articulate and put together sentences that make sense. They don't like that. They consider you a threat to the crown. But hey, I guess you reap what you sow, right? But the chief's days here are numbered. He made a huge mistake by arresting a mass amount of protesters, and he should have not done that. If I see a jaywalker, get out. Oh yeah, because if I film it, they're going to confiscate my phone as evidence. But I'll tell you what, they're not going to confiscate my phone. I will voluntarily give them the footage, but they're not taking my phone. They probably might have to beat the crap out of me, tase me, mace me just to take my phone, because I'm not releasing my phone from my hands at all. It's my property, it belongs to me. I have every right to it. We already know that what you're doing is unconstitutional. You don't have a warrant to seize it right on the spot. And you have no reason to believe that I'm going to tamper with the evidence, because I did offer you the video footage. I voluntarily said I would give it to you. I will give you my business card so that way you can contact me for the footage, and I will give it to you in a digital format. But I'm not going to give you my phone. So the only way they're going to get my phone is that they have to beat me into a coma, because I'm not releasing my phone from my grip. Just like they say with the guns, you gotta pry from my cold dead hands. This is my First Amendment right. This is my way that I exercise my First Amendment right. But I will say this, mission accomplished. The last objective's almost complete. And I will say this, some of the city employees are actually nice. They're really sweet. And shout out to Joe. Hey, Joe, I'm going to give you some free advertisement here. If you're ever in Leon Valley and you need a fresh sip of water or a cup of water or a bottle of water or maybe even a gallon, come down to Alkaline Water. This place has some of the most refreshing water I've ever tasted. And looking at this, you know, it looks like he sure does know his water. water, tree water, most fruits and vegetables. See, I've been doing too much of this here, sodas and stuff. I've been doing too much of that, so I've been drinking a lot of water lately. So, alkaline water. I wonder what time they open because I would like to get a bottle of water. Looks like they'll be open at 10 a.m., so that's about another hour. So I guess I'm going to go grab something to eat. I'll be in San Antonio for a little bit. Does he do online orders? I'm not sure. But that'll definitely be something that I would look into. Because he is a proud supporter of doing the right thing. And I respect people who like to do the right thing or who support people who do the right thing. And I think, you run your business in a very respectable fashion. Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, I can imagine that the water is expensive. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up a GoFundMe for Joe. I mean, he's a great guy. He believes in the right thing, and he led a lot of the protesters. On that day, he allowed us to park here so that way our cars wouldn't get towed. So I respect him for that. Go get tacos. I might. Tacos and water. Tacos and water. All right, so guys. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some of his water. All right, guys. So I can't wait to see what's on these DVDs here. And for some of you who don't notice, I have a lot of mileage on my car here. Look at that. 300,000 miles on my car. So I think it's time that I need to probably start looking into probably getting another car because I think possibly I could be on my last leg. So yeah, 300,000 miles on this car, dude. Unbelievable. Get Chief's personal records. Oh, we got some of his records through the open records request. We got some of those. So yeah. Yeah, so I mean I traveled a lot in this car. Like a lot in this car. Yeah, Toyotas are pretty decent cars, but they're all right. Oh, so guess what? Guess I got another surprise. So I'm gonna go to another police department, and I got to do another complaint audit. I'm not gonna say, but stay tuned because it's not far from Leon Valley. I've actually have a good friend in Leon Valley. She's probably like one of my ex-girlfriends. I dated her briefly in high school, but we still talk on and off. But she told me she had got a red light ticket here, and I tried to help her with it, but they didn't want to speak to me. The only way that she could fight it was she had to just pay the citation, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I'm gonna do a complaint audit, but I'm gonna do it live so you guys can see it. If you guys don't know, the last time I went there, it did receive quite a buzz, and they did a response on Facebook, and it appears that they have changed their policy or their procedures when dealing with people who come in to file a complaint. So I'm going to go see how this new procedure pans out, because this whole ordeal that I'm talking about happened months ago. We're talking about maybe 6 or 7 months ago, like a while ago. So we're gonna go do a live complaint audit, and we're gonna see how they do after the post new procedure, new policy, and we're pretty much gonna document their actions on camera. Maximilian, yes, I have already requested those. As unfortunately, hey, look, there's another Leon Valley police officer there driving. I wonder if he's gonna pull anybody over. Should I follow him? I don't know. Anyways, I did submit an email request. I think this was back on June 29th that I sent the email requesting emails from the chief of police, the mayor, the judge himself that signed off on the order, the city attorney, the city manager, and I think that'll be about it. So I did do an open records request, emails regarding those individuals, seeking any type of lingo that includes judge's order, the word Mr. Turner or filming, recording. So that way I can see a bunch, I can see what they're talking about, but they're still working on my request. They're actually outside the 10 business days. So I could go straight to the attorney general, like, hey, they're not following the open records law. They're outside the required 10 business days. They have not released the records. They still have not gave me an estimated time to pick up those records. And they have not sent you a letter requesting a reason why to withhold the evidence. So none of that has happened. We're way outside the 10 days. But, I did talk to Sandra. I got to actually see her in person, and she seems like a nice lady. She's a very sweet lady, and she looks overwhelmed, and she looks like she's been worked to death. I would say this: not all city employees are the same. Maybe the police are a little bit more aggressive, but some of the city officials seem to be a little bit more reasonable than others. But yeah, man, they still got these red light cameras here. And I'll tell you this right now, every single time that I've been here, people are paying their red light tickets, or they're paying to get their car back from Bannis. When I was just in there, 2 people were trying to get their cars back that were towed by Bannis. And one of the other person was like, hey, I park my car here all the time. There's other cars here. Why did my car get towed? There's no explanation for that. He ended up having to pay the towing fees to get his car back. Yeah, ridiculous. So it's obvious that Bannis is in bed with Leon Valley. And these red light ticketing systems that they have is just being used to steal money from all these citizens here. I mean, can you say $750,000 within a month period at one intersection, and they have 8 intersections here? Can you imagine the money that the city's just generating and stealing off of people that are just commuting to their homes and to work and to just, everyday places where people go? It's ridiculous. I just saw another flash. So just 2 flashes, just me sitting here. And it's ridiculous. Red light cameras are evil. They're evil. However, you don't have to pay them. But if you don't pay them, it'll hit your credit. So you're still being penalized either way. So you pay it, you out $75. If you don't pay it, it hits your credit, knock you down a couple of points, and it might hit you later on when you're trying to apply for a house or a credit card or a car loan or whatever. So it's one of the things that they do to keep the man, or keep the citizens and keep the women and children, whatever, they keep them down. So pretty much. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. Do I have Sandra's email? Yes, I do have her email. So right now I have 3 open records requests, that I have pending that are outside the time frame for the 10 business days. So I'll give her another week and figure out, see what she comes up with. But I mean, she does look busy. She looks exhausted. She's been working not only through the weekdays, but the weekends as well. So, I mean, she's getting a lot of overtime as well. So I really hope they're paying her well, because she looks like a very sweet lady and a nice government official. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream, and I'm going to go ahead and do a complaint audit at my next surprise location. Stay tuned. I should arrive there probably within the next 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end my rant here and go ahead and do a complaint audit. And just so you guys know, I might sound like I'm rambling a lot, but I'm trying to keep myself up. I just got off of work. I work from 8 p.m. to 6:30 in the morning, and right now it's 9 o'clock. So I came from work straight here. I came from work straight to San Antonio, so I drove about an hour 15 in traffic, and made it here. I'm still exhausted, so I'm gonna go do maybe I think I might do 2 complaint audits to kind of get my blood flowing, and then probably head back home. So yeah, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and end my rant here, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon. We'll be back live probably the next 20-25 minutes, and get a couple of complaint audits in. Until then, you guys stay safe, stay vigilant. Tosai out.